What if I told you I forgot what I told you? This made me laugh so hard. Morpheus Biden. What's going on, everybody? Oscar and the Hizzy. Gretchen, your first time. Congratulations. You earn a bona fide no prize. I'm so proud of you. You've been working so hard and you did it, girl. You did it. Power to the girl power right there. Go get them. Girl power, just like the Democrats trying to get Kamala up there. Girl power. Congratulations. Vin, second. Vin, I think, has been first like 7 times. So Doug, third place. Love it. KJB, not being negative or trying to take finger under dollar. Forza RS. They're trying, but they won't get there. Boat Bum, Mark Maddox, what's going on? Blast from the past. It's like you're back from the past, man. Been a hot minute. Lee Myers, not as great action on GTII. I didn't get to watch this video yet. I had to do a video class for Patreon. I had to do my spiritual growth class tonight. We talked about the covenant with Abraham and got deep into Genesis. Is good stuff. Good stuff. Tomorrow will be my financial class, and I believe tomorrow I'm going to be talking about digital marketing with zero ad spend and how simple it is to get yourself out there. So, going to be good stuff. A prize you get for 1, 2, 3. You get no prizes, man. Bonafide, no prizes, just like they used to give out in Marvel Comics. Troy, man. Patrice, Frank, Sway, what's going on? Udoka, the one, what to do? Chad Youngkin. Heidi Moga, yeah, your notifications on. Well, that's glad they're working. Mantan, Superhero, Kathy, Tom Dubois. How you feeling, buddy? Narad, Hero at Large. Smash that like. I appreciate it. Let's see if we can get all the likes right away, right up front. Let's knock them out so we don't have to deal with it later. Just come in, like, and then sit down with your popcorn and enjoy life. What's up? Michael Baltazar. It's good to have you back. Why'd you leave, huh? Did I make you mad? AC, what's up? Susino, ham tweeted 35 times in a short period of time. No, it never has to do with how much you tweet. I talked to him for a minute, and he believes that there was a hedge fund that signaled him and got him banned. So we probably won't see him for 6 or 7 days on Twitter, which is a bummer. I'll try to have him on here soon, though. What's up, Patsicio? Optics. Rumor finger merging with thumb and to do a hostile takeover of the hand. I see what you did there, buddy. I see what you did there. Oh my God. If I just tweeted right before when I was setting up this live, I saw the tweet about, in fact, I'll share it right now because we're talking about it. But it just makes me laugh, man. That, where is it? Oh, here it is. Yeah, this is just beautiful. Reportedly thinking Kamala Harris could run at the top of the ticket so they can keep the money already raised. They've raised like $300 million. They don't want to lose that money. The only way to keep it is to keep the campaign the same, which is Biden or put Kamala at the top. But I'm telling you, Kamala, she'll lose by more than Biden. She'll lose by like 5 more points. The landslide will grow. Everybody hates Kamala. It's too funny. But please, it would just be the ultimate joke. I would be loving it every second. Blue 5, what's up? Susino. Rumors Biden's preparing his dropout speech. Talk about catalyst for DJT. Really? I think they're just rumors right now, man. Everything I'm seeing, and I do mean everything, is that the Bidens have no desire to step down. And so they're going to have to force down at this point. You know why? Old Jilly girl, Jill does not want to give up that power. Dude, she was just on the cover of Vogue. She loves being the most FLOTUS glamour glitz chica, she doesn't want to give that up. So it's going to be a fight. I'll tell you right now, it's going to be a fight to get him to step down. I don't think they're preparing that. I think a lot of people are. And then also there's a split in the Democratic Party right now. You can watch it happening in real time. It's pretty glorious. But half of them are like, get rid of him now. And the other half's like, no, we have to stay behind him. He's our only chance. So it's pretty great. Pretty great. What's up, Joe? Soul. This thing can't get worse than the whole AMC debacle. And this for the long run, we go up, or it is what it is. Are you talking about finger? Or which one are you talking about? Oh, you didn't make the last one. Okay, Mike. Well, I'm glad you still like me. If Biden drops out, either Gavin Newsom or Michelle Obama. Yeah, no. Michelle doesn't want to run, and everybody hates Gavin. So that's the thing. They just don't have a good alternative. Looks like GTI management are critics. We've been saying that for a while. Yeah, we're grateful to have you, Thomas. Jill does love that power. What do you think about Big Mike? That would be a joke. You know what? I tell you what. If anybody has a chance of beating Trump, it would be Michelle. And the reason is because there's so many people who still have this glory of idea of the Obamas. And it makes no sense because they were horrible people and they were awful. Like, he was an awful president. And yet the media did such a good job and he's so well spoken that they did an excellent job of making it look like and sound like in all these people's minds that he was just the chosen one, the best. Even Joe Rogan says all the time, like, Joe, you're so awake to so many things. How can you be so stupid about the Obamas, how corrupt they are, how evil they are, and the horrible things they did? But you know what? That they still have that sheen on them somehow. The entire Democratic Party, America, is fed up with them, except for the Obamas. They're still just, they have something there. And I'll tell you what, if Michelle runs, which she won't, I really don't think she will, but I still think Trump would win, but it'll be a fight. She's the one person that gives me a little bit of nerves. Nobody else, not even close. So what's my take on June filing by RC for pooled investment fund? I missed that. How did I miss that? I didn't see that. What? Could you give me some more information? And he's gone. I see the dad of 6 Trader Joe's bill. Listen, I'm a dad of 6, and I'll tell you what. That bill sucks. I get it. But I also saw a lot of processed food on there, buddy. And I'm telling you, you want to feed kids, and you want them to be healthy, and you want to get that bill down, you got to stop shopping all that processed food. I have 6 kids and a wife. My weekly grocery bill is about $325 to $375 depending on the week. So, and I don't shop at Trader Joe's. Now, Trader Joe's is actually pretty cheap. So he's shopping some stuff that he doesn't need to be buying. I'll tell you that. Oh, I'm glad to hear it, Michael. Mantan bought some dip on finger, no way out on both sides at this point. Absolutely. Gretchen, why do I think Michelle doesn't want to run? It's not the narrative. The narrative is that she should run and be run. They all love her. The truth is, okay, so I've heard this from 2 sources. One of them you guys would not know of, but the other one is James O'Keefe. Okay, James O'Keefe caught that guy, Project Veritas, the undercover reporting, caught that Biden aide saying that they've basically been kind of pleading with Michelle to step up, and she doesn't want none of it. It's well known she hates politics. And I was hearing on the other day, somebody else was talking about this. Oh, God, I can't remember who it was. It was on a well-known podcast. But anyways, it was confirming what I'd heard from the other sources and saying that Michelle hates what politics does to their family, puts them in the spotlight. And she said it messed up their girls. She doesn't like the fight. She doesn't like. And so anyways, I'll tell you what, if Michelle wanted to do it, she'd be ushered in with a golden platter. She is their dream. But I also think there is something to maybe this whole like Big Mike thing that doesn't want scrutiny. So, but the official story is that she doesn't like it. She doesn't like politics. She just likes the lifestyle, and she doesn't want her kids back in it. So, no notification saber? That sucks. Must be getting close to the suspended Ham again. Yeah, I know, right? What's up, Richie? Yeah, Ham's Twitter account is suspended. I know. I was told immediately by few people, and then Ham reached out to me too to tell me. But old Pedro is posting this. Spend him because he speaks the truth. But yeah, he was by Ham. We'll miss you. He'll be back. He's always back. No, I don't think there are any pictures of Michelle pregnant. Husker, thank goodness for not. Do I think GTI would be toast? Crazy heard that. I know I heard, so I didn't watch the video, but I heard he said they're getting sued, or he's getting sued by them. So pretty crazy. But that's just them throwing it back at him to keep the pressure off a little bit. Ansu hedge fund, company in Canada with Canadian unions, pension fund, something with social media. So that's what Kitty's getting into? Michael Saman. I can't say it too loud and official on YouTube. I could get banned. Can they still sub out for Biden? Yes, but it's very difficult. Very difficult. There's so many things. They're dumb. They waited too long. And now it's extremely difficult to make it happen. It's not impossible, but it's very difficult. What's going on with Finger makes you bummed out? Blake, listen, man, I get it. It sucks. We all want it to be up. It's just a tax, man. They're trying to get it down. I mean, Finger, let me pull this up. I don't know why I didn't have CNBC pulled up. I should always be pulled up first. Yeah, so Finger's getting hammered. All right, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. DJT got hammered today too. A little pop-up in after hours, but nothing to get excited about. Why is Finger getting hammered so hard, guys? Well, let's be honest. It's been a while since we got major momentum on Finger. All right, but remember last year when we ran to 7, it got to 7 on nothing. There was no news. It just ran. And to me, they know stuff's coming. They know the dividends coming. They know deals are in the works. They know Finger is on the verge of breaking stuff open. So what are they trying to do? They're trying to crush it while they're weak, while they know things are coming. On top of that, the economy, there are some huge warning signs starting to pop up in the economy. And I'm going to go show you guys them tonight. But the economy and the market have some extreme warning signs starting to show up. And so I think a lot of that is what's going on now. Because look at DJT. Down 4% today. 4% on this news. Let me show you. Where did I put it? I mean, DJT should have soared today. Look at this. DJT announced yesterday $350 million in cash and no debt. They also announced they raised $150 million from their warrants. That's huge. A company that's not a super big company. Okay, they're not that big. $350 million in cash and no debt as of yesterday. That's huge. And they're down 4% today. So what does that tell you? Like, let's just think logically here. There's no reason people are selling DJT today. None. In fact, I mean, you have one of the most intense shareholder bases in all of the stock market. It's probably like GameStop, AMC, DJT. Those are probably the 3 biggest because you have MAGA Nation behind this. And yet, down 4% after finding out how massive, like what a huge, awesome position they're in. And they're going after charts. It's short attacks. It's just like with Finger. It doesn't make sense. So when it's not a logical go down, when nobody's selling, it's an attack and they're just taking it. So Shell got her mom a pension for babysitting her kids. Couldn't have been the best. Well, she didn't have to do any of the fighting or talking though. And he picks a Michelle without a Richard. Tesla been killing it the last 2 days. Good for you. Got some. What's it? Nice. Got Finger 201. Nice. Get that down. I got a lot of people I know buying Finger lately. Finger zero debt, can't get earnings positive. It's taken forever. It has been rough. I agree with you, Fix It Man. But I still think they have a lot of good things to be excited about. So you're still in GameStop, haven't bailed in hopes of RK wildcard. Listen, that could come. Okay. I've always told you guys, like, I'm starting to see things the way I see them, and I'm just taking it at face value. I'm not hopeful on GameStop in the short term anymore, but there are a lot of people who have some interesting takes on it, and so we just got to hope that something happens. Finger is not a Chinese company. They're, what are they, Taiwanese? But they do work with, they're doing all their work in China. Key didn't sell GameStop at 24 to go on docs. He might not have. We'll see. I don't, again, I don't know where he got all that money. Google JP7LP. Street Insider article shows a filing of RC. Okay. I'll look at that in a little bit. Martin's too giddy about the deal he can't talk about. It stinks right now. Finger should be fine. We'll probably take... I think it's going to be fine, and I think when it turns, it's just going to be fast. It's going to be very fast. Bob, I don't know what's going on with Univest. Sorry. What's up, Moody? Dogs, we're at their mercy as always with Finger. Well, maybe next year, another tarot. I'm sorry. Dogs, listen, man, I'm sorry you're going black-pilled. I get you're probably in a tough spot. I understand that's rough, but Finger is not a terrible investment. I mean, considering it's still like up 70% since from the same point last year. So yeah, it sucks if you bought in at 6 or 5 or 4. I get all that, but that's chasing. It's still up overall year to year. So, you know, context is important. Yankee Doodle Company. Is it American? I know they have American base, but Reddit's pumping Coase, one of third stocks. They took away the buy button. No option chain. Yeah, I don't trust Reddit though, especially if it's Wall Street bets. Economy's great according to mainstream media. Biden administration jobs up most due to government keeps them. Yeah, it's. I mean, Powell came out today, old Pally Powell, and he said that they need more info before rate cuts. Nothing's on the table for rate cuts. And some goofball came out and said, well, sounds like there's going to be 3 rate cuts this year. I'm like, where'd you get that? To me, it sounds like there's probably might not even be 1. So it's crazy. But the market moved today after Powell's comments because they weren't super hawkish. So he wasn't like super hawkish, so the market went up. But, you know, listen, all-time highs. They're having their little celebration. And, you know, enjoy it as long as it lasts. Make money while it lasts. This is the calm before the storm. Because stuff's getting crazy in other areas. You love Chinese finger food? Fingers incorporated in Delaware? I didn't know they were incorporated in Delaware. Okay, well, that makes me feel even better about investing in them. I knew they had I thought their office was Delaware, but this is great. Great news. 6-day chemo run? God bless you, Thomas. God, just healing for Thomas, man. It's rough at the moment, but it's better than being punched in the balls while meditating. Kind of seems like hedge funds are pissed and doing as much damage as possible. See, Christopher, that's what I'm thinking too. You nailed it. Listen, Ham, taken off today. Buy a hedge fund. Okay? Pedro, been banned 2 or 3 times at this point. Had to get a new account because they nuked his account. These people speaking up are just getting crushed. Our stocks that have them trapped, getting crushed on no news. Extremely positive news for DJT. Getting crushed. Makes no sense. Finger. Okay, you could say it sold off yesterday maybe because of the earnings report. Why would it sell off today when you have an extremely devoted shareholder base? And it's gone down, what, like a month ago? It hit 370? It makes no sense because the earnings report wasn't that bad. You know, it wasn't But my God, I'm seeing like, I completely agree, Christopher. Hedge funds are freaking out. And let's go over a little bit why they're freaking out. I got some stuff to go over tonight. Check this out. This is 1929 all over again. Weight of the top 10 stocks in the S&P has spiked to 34%, most in history. At the same time, the weight of the largest stock in the S&P relative to 75th percentile is 770 times higher than the 20s. At some point, this all comes back around. Look at this. This is 1929. This is now. This matters. Everybody who's like, no, it's fine, it's going to last forever, it's just going to be the best thing ever. I'm like, data eventually wins, guys. It eventually wins, especially when the trend doesn't break. And the trend is not breaking. It just keeps going. It just keeps going. And when the trend keeps going, you have to play the data. I mean, so smart people follow the data. Okay, you guys know. We watched The Big Short, right? Okay, what happened in The Big Short? They trusted the data even when the media was telling them they're stupid, even when their bosses were telling them they're stupid, even when the time took way longer than they ever dreamed. They didn't quit. They didn't give up. Why? Because the data didn't change. The story didn't change. As long as the data doesn't break this cycle, it will eventually catch up to us. Eventually, it's going to hit. Eventually. It's just when. The question we don't know is when. And we've built in all this other stuff. We've built in all these safeguards. It's all this digital manipulation. And because of that, it's pumping it up longer. We're pumping more money into the market than we ever could in the 1920s, 1915s. We didn't have that. We didn't have that system set up yet. We couldn't pump out money. We were still on the gold standard. So now all this money, the data's the same. Okay, the situation's very similar, but they're able to prop it up just a little longer. That's how it's working. And eventually it ends. July versus September futures, prompt lumbers, no one wants or needs. Futures down in lumber, which means buildings down. Let's see. 41% of consumers said they plan to spend less on restaurants this summer compared to last summer. You guys, this right now is the lowest amount of money being spent at restaurants since COVID. Right now. This was just released the other day. Right now. Nobody's going out to eat anymore. Just like COVID. Why? Well, COVID, everything shut down. What's the excuse now? No money. Restaurants are one of the big indicators because it's a relatively cheap way to spend your money that makes you feel good. Hey, people don't do the big stuff. The big stuff's already stopped. Housing slowed down. Automobiles slowed down. Restaurants starting to slow down. Why do people go to restaurants? Easy. Makes you feel good. That's it. That's the only reason. Okay. You don't want to cook? Go to a restaurant. You're having a bad day? Go eat a good meal. That's why you go to restaurants. Cheap, easy, and now it's not cheap anymore. That's a problem. I'm telling you, the data catches up. Why did Ham get kicked off X? He didn't even say anything specific. They probably unleashed a whole thing on him of reporting and got him kicked off. So. Saber, you've had at least one person try to find out info on me because you point things out. I mean, listen, I've had my life threatened because of it, so I get it. Get on the Delaware. That's funny. RFK eats dog meat. Crooks will shake out plenty of people. Those who stick around and get paid 100%. Will GTI be salvageable post-lawsuit? Absolutely, especially if it gets new management. And that will be the lawsuit, so... Yeah, Tesla got a little bump, but that was after a couple bad cores in a row. When we expect the market cap of the largest stock to increase as time progresses, especially in an inflationary environment. Rich get richer, distribution wealth. Yeah, but not that much, Love Stars. Are you talking about the thing I just went over? I went to Arnold mode. Get into the chopper. Never told a lie. I don't like Gavin Newsom. There you go. We got bashers in here? Who's a basher? Oh, I found one. All right. I love the bashers. Every time I have a basher, it's a good sign. Bye, T-Dog. You'll never be back. Bye. Loser. That's hilarious. I love the bashers. The bashers are a good sign. Bashers mean I'm on to something. They never come out unless something's about to happen. How the hell does him get suspended on X? They show naked people. No joke, right? NVIDIA's biggest client core weave is big red flag. Dude, NVIDIA, once that's all exposed, it's going to be bad. Yeah, Tennessee, death penalty for child rapists. Love it. I know. I love seeing the bashers. Please, I wish I had more. Finger, I really don't think Finger's going under $1. You know how many people are already buying at these levels now that it's hit 2? I had multiple people the last 2 days tell me they're buying hundreds of shares, thousands of shares. People are scooping it up. It's not going to be able to hold down that long. Let's see. Where was I going? Oh, this is the other big news that should have broke out DJT today. Trump's sentencing is pushed to September 18th. They just pushed it 2 months. Do you understand what a big deal this is? Everybody was scared. This to me tells me they're not going to send him to jail, by the way. And that this tells me the case might get dropped. Because why else wait? This is crazy. 2 months? This tells me he knows the case is probably going to be overturned. And he doesn't want to look like an idiot by sentencing him before that. That is a huge ask, 2 months to give. This also means where they could have had him locked up or on house arrest for 4 months before the election. Now, at best case scenario, if they still lock him up, it's only 7 weeks before the election. Nothing will change in that time. Nothing. So that's huge. That should have sent DJT soaring. So there you go. That's why it's just crazy with DJT. And then you guys want to see how the economy is just going nuts. This could break everything. Japan's yield curve going parabolic. As soon as they start dumping U.S. treasuries to prevent their currency from collapsing, U.S. yield curve goes parabolic as well. Guys, their currency has been collapsing for 14 of the last 17 days. It's crazy. This is bad news. Because once this happens, once this breaks, Japan has been throwing everything at this too. Everything, including the kitchen sink and the dogs. They're throwing at this to try to beat what's going on here, and it's not working. Their currency is collapsing in real time, and so soon those treasuries are coming. Watch out, because this is something we could wake up to next week. This is one of those things that's so volatile. It could happen in September. It could happen tomorrow. So we got to be watching this very closely. It's crazy. NVIDIA's this time around Enron. I think it really could be. Arnold's broke since he ridiculed our rights. Dude, he can't be broke. That guy's worth billions. Jenny in the house. What's up? Jenny from the block. It's good to see you, friend. It's been way too long. I'm so glad you're here. Sabre saw multi-thousand share orders at 199 on Finger. Yeah, there's no way Finger's going down, guys. They don't have what they need to short it down. Lind has already been problems. CoreWeave, chip company run by a bunch of individuals who all work for the same hedge fund, no background software. Oh, really? Oh, that's fun. Trump's going to be reelected. Absolutely. Yeah. I agree with you, Love Stars. What's up, Fro Girl? I'm telling you, DJT is going to go nuts. I think I would not be surprised if DJT pops some tomorrow. I really want it. With all this news that just came out and they just short attacked it, that tells me down then pop up. Somebody shared a chart with me today that said they think the bottom for a big rebound, if it hits like $30.50, something like that, hits that, pops right back up. Jordan, listen. What we didn't know about GTII until too late was that management was completely screwing us over. That is a big difference from Finger. Finger not only is profitable, which GTI never was, but Finger was also got a bunch of stuff lined up, and they were wheeling and dealing. It's apples and oranges from GTII. Finger and GTI, you can't even compare them. Plus, they are regularly interacting with us. The CEO's doing interviews. It's night and day, man. You can't compare Finger to GTI. You're right. I did think GTI would hold up. And you know what? If management hadn't decided to give up last summer without telling us, and started screwing us over with massive dilution behind the scenes, you're right. In fact, I would have been right. That price would have held, but they crushed it. And, we just didn't know what we didn't know. Richard Hoffman posted a video about GTI asking, is this true? Is this true about what? Moody, what the yield curve is? Here, let me just... explain the yield curve. Here, we'll let the AI do it. Oh, sorry. I thought I was somewhere else. The reason I'm doing this is because I'm not as good at being technical about this. Yield curve graphical representation shows a relationship between interest rates and different maturities of debt, usually governmental bonds. It's a crucial tool in finance economics because it provides insights into future interest rate changes and economic activity. And we are currently in an inverted yield curve, the longest in history. This downward sloping curve occurs when shorter-term bonds have higher yields than longer-term bonds. Often seems predictor of economic recession because it suggests investors expect lower interest rates in the future due to economic downturn. Do you understand what that says? Often seen as predictor of economic recession, and we're not in a recession, even though this yield curve has been inverted for the longest period in history. So there you go, Moody. Just craziness. 22,000, your DJ calls expired worthless, right? 22,000, Danielle? Oh man, I'm so sorry. What was your price at? What's up, Avalon? I'm so sorry, Danielle. That's why I don't play options, honestly. No, the GTI squeeze is not done. I didn't say GTI is not a good stock to hold. You got to make that decision. GTI's management right now sucks, and we're in a legal battle trying to get it to a new management. But this is still, the case for GTI still is this. Okay. We know GTII has a short interest of at least 250 to 300%. And because of the naked shorting. And we know that the only way the shorts can get out, because they've been in this so long and shorted it for so long, is to bankrupt it. And that's nowhere near happening. So at this price, you could accumulate or get your cost basis down, and you could still, for very cheap, and you could still have a potential at something massive, but it's just going to take a little longer. But that's still there. Doesn't mean you have to do it. You could just get out and forget about it, and if it squeezes, forget it. If it doesn't squeeze, you feel great. But there's still a case for GTII that's fairly strong. Yeah, Big Orange says, GTII far from done. Lawsuit filed this afternoon seeking injunction by judge, stop management CEO. There you go. See? Filed today. 54, Danielle. Wow. Did you buy those when it was in the 50s? El Chapo only got 22 times rookie numbers. That's funny. You made most back with Tesla. Well, I'm glad you made most back. God bless you for that. Alan Krenz, investigation on Finger. Notice only one buying stock CEO. Rest of officers selling. So there was insider selling on Finger? I've heard of no insider selling on Finger. Where did you see that? Was that a while ago? If those GTI shares management gave out went to shorties? I don't know. When they filed their 10K, it looked like it had been mostly management who got those shares. And then the new guy they hired. So Yancey, YouTube unsubscribed you? Really? I noticed I'd lost some subscribers. I wonder if that was if YouTube just was hating on me for something. That's crazy. Yeah, I just lost another subscriber. You guys hate me. Is it YouTube randomly unsubscribe people? That'd be crazy. You have a call on PanW and Netflix if I'm looking to make money for next week. You telling me to short it or buy puts? GTI bullish after Knott's video. That's just me. Okay, I gotta watch that video. Not financial advice, been winning 90%. That's awesome, Mantan. Don't get what will push GTI price action. There's no action. You're right. There's no action, except for the fact that I know personally multiple people who have, wow, volume on GTI today, 76,000. That's crazy low. I just lost my train of thought. Sorry. Oh, I know personally multiple people who are waiting on GTII for new management, and they have deals they're going to take to GTI ready to go, ready to sign. They want to be in business with the company. Part of it is because they know the short squeeze possibility and what can happen with the stock and what it would do to their stock if they partner with them. Partly because what GTI does is something they want to do is become public, and they help companies become public. And partly because they've been believing in the story and they want to stick it to them, but they do not want to deal with this management. So that's why I have faith in GTII as well. Soul Joe. Pixies. I can't chase all these short squeeze guys. There's so many. To me, listen, my babies right now, like I still believe in GTII, but obviously the momentum is down. So I'm waiting for me to get excited about it again. But Finger and DJT are my babies right now. And DJT right now, to me, is the one that I think could just, no, Finger, once that warrant goes, that could turn around real quick. Okay, but DJT is the one I'm looking to do some soon, because all this good news coming out for Trump, all this good news coming out for Truth Social, and you're telling me the stock's just getting hammered? I don't see how that happens. It doesn't make any sense. Some tells me DJT is going to turn around quick. And remember, it was 24 just 2 weeks ago too, so it's already bounced. It bounced back up to 41 last week. You got it in the 50s, Danielle, and I think, yeah, it was a bad short attack. I know. I saw Vinman. I saw the picture of him eating the dog meat. That big old roasted dog. I'll pull it up. It's pretty gross, though. I mean, yuck. That's nasty. What's up, Candace? Jenny, you're welcome. We would love you, girl. We're glad you're back. Webull investment profile in March 2024. Huh. Okay. Jenny, you're welcome. Wish all the blessings, health, wealth, happiness. You're welcome. How are you feeling, Jenny? DJT holding support 200-day moving average looks ready. That's what I'm saying. I think it's ready for a big room or a big move. Buy the rumor, sell the news. There you go. Can I explain the finger warrant? Absolutely. Phil, I've missed you, brother. You're back. So Finger, you're going to get a warrant for every share you hold. All right. This is a dividend. So say you hold 1,000 shares, you will get 1,000 warrants. Those warrants can be traded, or they can be exercised once the stock hits a certain point. Right now, it looks like it'll be $7, but who knows? They might move it down. If wherever this price is, it'll be 10-1. So you trade in 10 warrants, you can get one stock. So at 1,000, you get 1,000 warrants, 1,000 shares. Okay, you could either trade it in and get 100 more shares once it hits the right price, or you could trade them and just sell them off and get cash value for them. So it's a good deal. It's a great deal, actually, because they're tradable. And then if it squeezes, as we all believe it will, and you can get those 100 shares. So if you have 1,000 shares and it runs to $90 and you just made 90 grand, well, guess what, buddy? You also can trade in for $7 a share. You can pay $700, get 100 more shares, and that are immediately now worth 9,000. So it's a great deal. It's a really good deal. What's my prediction for the half market day tomorrow? I don't know. It's impossible to predict these half days. I mean, futures were down. There might be a little sell-off tomorrow. Today was a big run because of Powell's speech. Everybody got excited about rate cuts again. Oh, he says it could be there, but he's not going to. It looks like something could happen. That's really literally what they say. Trust me, I heard them. but tomorrow might be the correction. And they might just suck some people in. So who knows? I don't have any big thoughts. I mean, the Japan thing is concerning. And at some point, that's going to have an effect. Let me pull this up. Yeah, so Japan yield curve is just going nuts right now. And then, which is funny because their stock market is at all-time highs. Is that funny? This exceeds the Dow Jones recovery time of 24 years following the crash of 29. Remember, because this is 30 years ago with Japan, 34 years. It took them to make a new all-time high since the crash of the 90s. And Dow Jones 29 took 29 years to recover. But, as he says, ironically, this news comes 1 week after Japan announced they're officially in recession. You can't make this stuff up. So they're in recession and they just hit all-time highs in their stock market. Nothing is real. Nothing is real. It's so nuts. Hey, Richard, what's up, man? I got to go watch your video. I heard it's good. I heard it's really interesting. So thank you for doing that. And by the way, not legal, guys. I know a lot of you guys aren't as interested in this stuff as I am. But his video he did with JR on Sunday night on the Supreme Court was the best breakdown I heard of anybody doing that. It was so good on all the Supreme Court decisions from last week, which are huge. Some of the biggest decisions in our lifetime were made last week in the Supreme Court. And nobody's talking about it. And because they're not flashy decisions, but they're very important. And Not and JR broke it down brilliantly with their usual flair of fun and funniness too. So it was good. Jenny, your third surgery was pretty tough, worse than the first. Oh man, I'm so sorry. I'm praying for you. That's terrible. Oscar on Fingers warrants, they expect it to reach at least $7 as of right now. Absolutely. And I do too. I mean, I was there last week. When does the Finger share have to be bought for the warrant? That's what we're waiting for, Vin, man. We're waiting for Finger to give us a record date. And the reason they haven't given us a record date yet is because it still hasn't been approved by the SEC. It should be approved soon, but it hasn't been yet. So once that warrant is approved and the dividend's approved, then they'll probably send out a PR. They'll set a record date and they'll say own shares by this point, which will cause a big buy-in. Own shares by this point, receive your warrant. So there you go. KYP is back. KYP wrote me today to say that she also got banned today for retweeting Ham. I'm sorry, KYP. That's so crappy. But, man, Ham stuff, like, they really went after Ham today. You predict Coast tomorrow will run 100%? What? Bro, don't make me chase. Last time I chased, I got in big trouble. Last time I chased, I got stuck in GameStop. Look at that volume. That's nothing. Look at the after hours volume. That's crazy. Jeez, you might be onto something. I'm going to have to watch this carefully. Is Japan going XRP? I haven't heard anything about that. Martin says something about 10 days once it's approved. I don't know. Was that in the interview? I must have missed that part. That'd be great if it was true. Kevin, your conspiracy theory, recent upgrade to the threat level of military in the U.S. is very concerning. I agree with you. I really do. I think that They are trying to instigate World War III. I really do. We'll have to see what happens with that. ChatGPT predicts GTI will be trading around $9 early 2025. What? Are you for real? ChatGPT predicts that? Does it have the right GTII? Because sometimes it confuses it with that cannabis stock. AOC doesn't like it. Van Joan wants to go to... I know. They're babies. Whenever the liberals get a huge win in the Supreme Court that conservatives don't like, they rub it in our face. They say laws come, it's great, like this is legal, everything's fair, America's getting better, and then they have a defeat at the Supreme Court, and they just want to blow up the Supreme Court. I'm like, what the hell, conservatives? We didn't say that. We didn't try to destroy the Supreme Court when Roe v. Wade happened. We didn't try to destroy the Supreme Court when gay marriage happened, or when they did the free speech stuff on social media. Like, we didn't do any of that. We didn't try to kill. We didn't say death to the Supreme Court justices or prison. They're such bad losers. All banks in Japan switched to XRP. Really? That's interesting. Superstonk's pushing it for GameStop play. Okay. Ham was just tweeting, man. So I know not. I heard he got sued. I got to watch your video to hear more details on it. That's wild. Since markets generally are forward-looking, see this melt-up pricing in a Trump victory, sell the news when he wins, tank it on election win. It's very possible. You know, this one I think is going to happen. You guys know I think Trump will win. I think that's not even a question anymore. I mean, the polls right now are just crazy. There's no going back. There's no going back. I just don't think there's any way they can recover from this. I mean, this new lead he has is just crazy. 2.7% nationally. That's huge. That's huge. Look at the divergence. Look at Biden just tanking. So he's going to win the election. And I think he's going to enter into the worst economy we've seen in a very long time, maybe since 29. I don't think it'll be that bad, but let's say 70s level bad. It's going to be rough. And that first couple years is going to be just rebuilding the economy, and it's going to be tough, and they're going to criticize him, and it's going to look like what he's doing isn't working. And it's going to be real rough those first couple years, but a new foundation will be built and things will get better afterwards. That's what I believe. I believe that in my core, guys. I'm just being honest. But yeah, this economy is going to turn around very soon. And by very soon, it could be 6 months, but that's still very soon. It's going to turn around. Something bad is coming. And if it's Biden in control or Kamala in control when it happens, they will use it to turn the government into the most crazy control government you've ever seen. But if Trump's in control, it'll be rough, but he'll at least rebuild it. And so, but it's going to take time. I don't think there's a way out this time on the economy. I really don't. They hate Ham, man. They do. They halted Coast and After Hours. I didn't think you could halt Coast and After Hours. I didn't think you could halt an After Hours. That T-Dog guy went on Ham too. He was on my channel. I just booted him off. Loser. Coast is the next Kodak. July 2020. Oh, man. I mean, that'd be great. Finger killing us. Fit reversal on the making on a new high, going to 6, potentially massive squeeze soon. I love it, David. I mean, that means right now is a great time to accumulate $2. Elections have consequences. They do, yeah. About time Supreme Court slap ATF OSHA without a trial. No real justice. I agree. I love that all those agencies now have very little power. It was so unconstitutional for them to be able to have the power they did over us. And I don't care. It's like, I know there's a lot of people who are like, but now the experts can't make decisions. I'm like, what experts? The same experts that told us masks work? The same experts that told us to stand 6 feet apart? The same experts that closed down beaches for a virus? Are you freaking kidding me? The same experts that killed like thousands of people on ventilators, those experts are idiots, the vast majority of them. And so I don't want control in the experts' hands. I would much rather have a judge who at least I know has done a lot of schooling and it has to look at things from a legal perspective. I would much rather have all that power in judges' hands. Yes, it'll move things slower, but I don't give a rip. We don't need things to move fast. We want our government to be big, slow, and dumb and stay out of our business. So I'm so glad the Supreme Court just gutted it. Candace, really glad he has Secret Service protection. You're going to get more desperate. Oh, absolutely. But he'll be fine. It was the right one, Dan? That's crazy, man. I mean, if ChatGPT says it could go to 9, who knows? That means, we'll tell you this, though. ChatGPT cannot be biased when it comes to stuff like stocks. It only looks at data. So it's very interesting to me what ChatGPT would be looking at with GTI that would make it think it could go to 9. That's pretty fascinating. T-Dog's a loser. Someone text me what he's saying about Ham. Too bad I can't comment on Twitter. I'm the clinker till Saturday. Man, I think you got better than Ham at least. I don't think he can even DM. The same experts who paychecks depend on their expert opinions being enforced. Exactly. Smash the like. Thank you, KYP. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. I'm telling you guys, I've been bleeding subscribers lately. I don't know what I did. Everybody's just gotten angry at me or something. I've been losing followers. I've been losing subscribers. I don't know. Maybe it's just the election season. People are just getting fired up. As a farmer, some of your land is tagged as wetlands. Oh my God. They called your mom in the hospital. Cadaver in Chief still saying, what's up, ESK? Good to see you. Yeah, so, I mean, listen, things are crazy. By the way, I wanted to share something with you guys. Speaking of crazy, I just so happened to stumble on to 2 of the best podcasts this year that I've listened to all year. Here's one of them. One of them was this. Matt Taibbi on Tucker. This just came out. Unbelievable about like what's going on with like the deep state. Matt Taibbi is a liberal. He's a liberal investigative journalist who worked for Rolling Stone. But he's a liberal with a brain, a heart, and he's honest. And they pushed him out because he said the Russia hoax was BS. So Rolling Stone kicked him out even though he's their best reporter. And this exchange between the two of them is so good. It's well worth it. And then I listened to Patrick Byrne on Roseanne. And Patrick Byrne, at the end of Roseanne, said the craziest thing. He said that there's about to be a nuclear bomb dropped of information that's going to change everything, he said. And it's going to have to do with some information from the 2020 election. So I'm excited for that. I'm very excited for that. But anyways, both podcasts are fantastic. And if you guys want to listen to anything political about what's going on in the government behind the scenes, they are excellent listens. Patrick Byrne, obviously the guy we want to come and be SEC chair. Speaking of SEC, I had this pulled up too. SEC missed one of its own deadlines. Failed to deliver data for the first half of June 2024. Should have been published on Friday, and they didn't publish it. Why? Why would you miss that deadline, SEC? Oh, maybe because you don't want people to know? Maybe because you're trying to figure out how to fudge the numbers a little bit? Maybe because you're crooks? God, I'm so glad they lost that SEC case. I mean, that Supreme Court case. They were just horrible. Oh, ESK, don't worry. I'll always keep doing what I'm doing. Listen, I started this channel and my Twitter being me. And the great part about that is that I never have to change to build it back up. Or I never have to stay fake to keep what I have or to keep growing. That's what is beautiful about being me. Just being yourself. As a marketer, I can tell you, most everything you see on social media is fake. Especially if you're in the real fake places like TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. These people are fake. They are miserable. They are just showing you what they want you to see so they can grow their stuff. And that eventually catches up to you. It makes you old, bitter, and ugly. But if you can just be you, like I've done this channel my way. I'm always going to do it my way. I'm going to do what I think is fun and interesting always. And whoever agrees with that can join and have fun. And that's how I look at it. And so yeah, I'm not going to change. I'm not going to change. Avalon, I sold GameStop. I did sell GameStop. Why are you laughing at me? What's funny about me selling GameStop? Let me see where GameStop ended today. I mean, when I sold GameStop, it was worth more than it is right now. So I don't know why you're laughing at me. You have 10,000 GTI average, 10 cents? Holy smokes, Donna. That's amazing. Good for you. Perhaps you shouldn't say also Steve Bannon knows about. Steve Bannon needs a bath. He needs a bath, a shave, and a haircut. And I love the guy. I love the guy. But he definitely needs a bath, a shave, and a haircut. He looks a little grody. You Eric, you have your hopes up about Patrick. You said that for almost 2 years now about game change. Ah, interesting. I didn't know that. I just listened to him. But he's a smart dude. He had some really interesting insights on what's been going on behind the scenes in those last days of the Trump administration. So, but I'll tell you what, if that dude is SEC chair, he will destroy the naked shorts. It's going to be great. So. Oh, that's why my subs went down. You're right, Avalon. That's right. I lost all the GameStop people. Oh, I got to read you one of these comments somebody sent me. It was so funny. Somebody wrote me about my GameStop video where I was just being honest, saying what I thought like it looks like Kitty might have done. Okay, I didn't say Kitty's a crook. I never said I was 100% sure he sold everybody out. I said this is what it could look like, and I have concerns, and I'm still believing GameStop long term. I said all that. You guys know this, okay? And this guy writes and says, that's a new low from you, Ace. A new low. Like, what does that even mean? You guys even watch these videos? People don't even watch these videos. Some of these things are so funny, man. The stuff people write me. Somebody said I should have Ham reach out to Roaring Kitty to be a whale to buy a finger. Well, that's not a bad idea. I don't think Ham would ever talk to him, though. Another person said coping is real. They have no debt. Somebody said like I didn't know that or say that. Somebody called me an idiot. You don't mess with the GameStop narrative, people. You just don't do it. I'm telling you. People make me laugh. Mortal, we're not talking about my GameStop, one of my worst trades ever, okay? I told you guys, I chased. It was a stupid idea. I got caught up when it was roaring up, and I thought, oh my God, I don't want to miss this if it goes to 300 again or 500 again. I thought, this is happening. I got caught up emotionally. I didn't listen to Ham. I made a stupid decision, and I bought GameStop way too high. But you know what? I sold it, and I bought DJT low, and DJT's already recouped me quite a bit of that money because of its run up. So I especially when DJT ran to 40 recently. So you know, you make decisions, you own them. But GameStop ain't running. GameStop's not even touching 30 anytime soon, in my opinion. So, you know, I'm not telling you what I sold it at. I'm embarrassed. But it was higher than it is now. I'll tell you that. But listen, guys, I do this channel not for a living because I have to make money at a job. But I do this channel regularly. I research like my life depends on it because I just love the news. I love understanding things. You know, I'm being trained or constantly given advice by some like people who've been doing this for years upon years who are brilliant at this stuff. Ham, Pedro. I mean, these people have taught me a lot of amazing things, and I still make stupid decisions on like that GameStop one. So anyways. Wicked, you'd be sad if you not hear GameStop and AMC anymore until insiders started to be arrested, starting with AA. Yeah. Listen, GameStop and AMC right now, in my opinion, are not going to do much anything for a while. Now, with this caveat, GameStop has some interesting things coming up that people have are speculating on. I don't think it's like in stone, but there's some interesting speculation about GameStop for this month. If it doesn't happen this month, which I kind of doubt, but let's just say I'm wrong, and this whole Kansas City shuffle thing's going on, this whole 35 days thing is going on. If that happens, I'd be happy to be wrong. I hope GameStop goes nuts. But after that, if nothing happens during that, in my opinion, GameStop ain't going to do anything for a while. It's just going to be in the zone. It was like it was for about a year and a half leading up to last May, where barely ever did anything. I think we're going back to that. And AMC, you guys all know it. I don't even need to talk about AMC. But, you know, there's a lot of people online who their entire following depends on GameStop and AMC. There's a lot of people, you know, so that sucks, because when you're like me and you just jump in the fray because it's worth talking about, why it's all exciting. But I'm not somebody who is ever going to stick with something when the story changes. I'm just not, you know. If GTII, if the shorts still weren't trapped here, I'd be out, guys. I'll just be honest with you. The management thing is very disconcerting. But I'll tell you what about GTII. Not only does it still have shorts trapped, I know amazing people fighting for this stock and for this company. Amazing people. You guys don't even know half the people. Half of them are behind the scenes, and they are doing a lot. And because of that, I still greatly believe in GTII. Finger, I know this, to me, the story hasn't changed at all. DJT, to me, the story just keeps getting better. And these two, I'm not, ZJYL, GDC, I don't even know. I don't have a lot in either. So, you know, I just hope something happens with them. Story hasn't changed with them, but I never had much of a story to go with anyways. So, but yeah, I'm out of GameStop right now. And I am totally fine with it. I'm much happier having my money in DJT. Alan, since you bought Finger, possibly you can qualify for warrants. You will qualify for warrants, Alan, because they haven't announced a record date yet. So I don't think GTI has done the one. I'm wrong about AMC. Quad, come on, man. Listen. I want to let you down easy, but the movie prices have nothing to do with the share price. I'm just going to tell you that right now. If the movie prices mattered, AMC would have probably gone last year. Look, 2023 box office high. 2023 was huge. Okay. No, I want the numbers. Give me the numbers. Okay, that's not what I want. I thought it was going to give me numbers. Here we go. U.S. box office in 2023 passed $9 billion, the best total since before the pandemic. You had multiple billion-dollar movies. Barbie, Oppenheimer, Super Mario Brothers. I think there was one other. I can't think of it right now. Wonka, I think, hit $1 billion. But absolutely huge. It's a big bounce back. Way more than this year, by the way. I think the box office this year is tracking to be just over half of this. And it didn't do anything. The stock is down. The stock's down, buddy. I'm sorry to tell you. The popcorn, who cares? The popcorn launched, 2 years ago? It hasn't done anything. The excitement's gone on the popcorn. It's not growing. So, you know, I mean, look, buddy, as long as AA is in charge of AMC, I'll never be there. And like all the stuff you're talking to me about, like none of that has made a dent in the share price. In fact, the share price is down. So, Donna, you chase GameStop too. You're mad at yourself. Got $20 left. No problem bailing. Yeah. See, we take our losses. We learn. Kansas City Shuffle was shuffling the bags from the oldies to the newbies. AMC equals the one. You're buying Finger and buy more DJT. Nice. You're buying GTI tomorrow, but holding $1,000 in GDC and ZJYL. Hey man, they could still go for sure. AMC about to have 3 $1 billion movies in June and July alone. MOAS is coming by July 19th. Bet on yourself. Hey, you want to make a bet with me that MOAS will not be here by July 19th? I'll bet you a MOAS that it won't be here by July 19th. In fact, I'll put $1,000 on that bet that AMC will not MOAS by July 19th. Dude, Barbie and Oppenheimer last year both broke $1 billion. They came out in the same weekend. And you know what the share price did? I'm sorry. It's just true. Every movie I named sucked. They all made $1 billion, dude. Oh my God, you guys. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that the cult has taken over your minds. July 19th? Are you for real? Like, come on. My God, man. I don't want to embarrass you, but here, come back on July 20th when AMC is, 5:15, and we'll talk. You know that AMC has been diluted over 1,000% in the last 2.5 years, 3 years. I mean, come on, man. Oh, it's sad. I hope you guys win. I do. Listen, I'd be stoked if you win. If AMC goes to $1,000, I'd be happy for you. I really would. I don't want anybody to lose in these stocks. I don't want to be right on this one. I'll just be honest. I don't want to be right. My Venmo is on my page. So it's on my YouTube page, on my description. You can hit me up if this happens. You just send me a reminder. I'm a public guy. You can say if I didn't pay you. Okay? If AMC MOAS is by the 19th, you got 17 days. Oh my God. I hate to do this to you, man. You're going to be paying me $1,000. Or you'll disappear and I'll never see you again. Because this is the first time I've ever seen you. So AMC's 522 after hours today. So it went up a cent after hours. It says unchanged on here. Oh, God bless you guys. I hope you win. Yep, I'll shake on it. I hope you win, buddy. I really do. I hope you win. Then you won't even need my $1,000. But July 19th, buddy, I just don't see it. Anyways, I can't. What just happened? How did I get into an AMC talk again? This is wild. Well, guys, you saw it. Like, we got 17 days. It's going to be an interesting 17 days. I'm not against AMC Quad. I tag AMC because I care about retail and all these stocks, and I want to talk about the stock market. I'll tell you, there's one chance AMC has running, and that's if it gets a major buy-in and the stock market also collapses, forcing shorts to be margin called and go. That's it. That's the only chance. And even then, with all the dilution in AMC, you're looking at somebody who held AMC for 2 years, okay? So I held it for 2 years, and freaking Adam Aaron just killed us with Ape. And so, but listen, I'm not against AMC. I tag it because there's a lot of retail people out there, and I go over the economic stuff and the stock market news. So play is market crash, bank failures make them cover. That's the hope right there. AMC goes to 1,000 equals passes join. You made money on swing trades, now you're against the crooked. You're in AMC when Robinhood take away I mean, yeah, that stuff is terrible. I hate that. I want people to win. I want GameStop to go to 1 million. I want AMC to go to 5 million. I don't care. It's like, it doesn't affect me negatively if it goes there. I'm retail as well. I want you guys to win. But I'm out right now. How do I plan to spend the 1,000? I mean, making up for my GameStop losses. You're not blasting July 19th unless Roaring Key didn't sell GameStop. Yeah. I realize AMC ran to 1190 on May 14th. Yeah, listen. May 15th. Oh, well, hold on. You bet me on MOAS. We have to discuss what MOAS means. Because if you're calling 1190 MOAS, then I'm not making the bet. Because AMC could have a run to $11. But that's not a MOAS. Yeah, you know why it ran? It ran because of all the fun that everybody was having with GameStop, all that attention, they all took off at once. And now GameStop, I just don't see any of that coming back to GameStop anytime soon. GameStop, I believe in long term. I think GameStop's going to be very valuable in a couple of years, but I think it's a slow grow now. GameStop. CFO of AMC will dilute again. That's what I worry about. Trusting, yeah, Smith, see, it sucks. Yeah. Let's look at this year's, like you guys talking about all these box office movies. Okay. So 2023 was awesome box office, right? Way more big hits than this year so far. In fact, I listen to movie podcasts. Do you guys understand? Like I'm a movie guy. I grew up in California. I wanted to work in Hollywood. I used to be a film critic. Like, I follow this stuff. This year's box office is nowhere close to last year's. Look at this. They have only had one movie break 300 million this year. Inside Out 2. That's it. Kung Fu Panda couldn't break 200 million. Godzilla couldn't break 200 million, guys. Come on. Bad Boys. You guys are talking to me like Bad Boys is $1 billion movie. 166 million. That's nothing. Ghostbusters couldn't break 120. The box office is dying. Let me see if it shows the total for the year of everything so far. Yeah, I'm not going to do all the math right now to see where box office is at. But, I mean, compare that to last year. I don't want worldwide. I want domestic. Let's look at the domestic. Barbie, 630 million domestic. Super Mario's 570 domestic. Oppenheimer, 330. Guardians, 360. Spider-Man, 380. Little Mermaid almost made 300 million. That's like the worst movie ever. I'm just saying, it's crazy, guys. It's not even the same thing this year. Is AMC the only company that affects the box office sales? No, it's not. It's the biggest, though. AMC is the biggest. But there's still Cinemark, a couple others. There's a bunch of local ones. So, okay. I'm almost done. Oh, yes. They let the stock go up and AMC is going to least cash in their own shares. We hope to catch a cut. I don't know. They've already let it go up a couple times small. You have to wish GameStop squeeze so AMC will fall. Is all lost money in AMC before RS when the judgment. I know. Yeah, everything has been bad for them. He's the king of reverse that. Biggest July ever. Are you serious? Bro. Last year, you hold on. What's coming out? July movie releases. So you already missed Inside Out because that was June. So let's go over July. Despicable Me will be huge. It coming out this week, but it won't be Inside Out huge. So Despicable Me, let's say it makes 300 million. Also, it's number 4. People aren't as excited about 4 as the older ones. All right. Maxine, what, 10 million? Who's going to watch that shit? Mother Couch. I bet that'll be a big one. Long Legs. Yeah, hit. Oh, Fly Me to. Oh, but that's on Netflix only. Sorry. Twisters. Okay. Twisters. Twisters is not going to be that big, guys. I'm telling you. It might make 200 million. Twisters is 30 years too late to catch the Twisters run. And these actors are not stars. Maybe Glenn Powell, you could say, is kind of a star. But this is not going to be as big a movie as you think it will be. So what's that leave us? Let's keep going. The good half. Okay, this will be a monster. So Deadpool, Wolverine, I don't know, maybe 500 million. So it'll be a monster. You're still nowhere close to beating Oppenheimer, Barbie last year. I don't know what you're talking about. Now the Kevin Costner movie is getting crushed. Horizon. I think it's already out, right? Horizon box office. Is it out yet? Sorry, AC. It's an epic box office flop. I'm sorry. Oh my God. Anyways, all right, guys. Well, hey, listen. Any thoughts on Chewy? I don't think it's going to do much. It already tanked the other day. It's down like 30% from the high since Kitty bought in. I don't see much going on there. So, Alamo Draft House near you filed bankruptcy. Yeah, there's a lot of them going out. So I don't care about the charts. Bet on yourself. The chart doesn't matter when all the fundamentals suck. Carolina Panthers have a better chance of winning the Super Bowl. Sorry to bore you, Mike. Anyways, guys. Well, listen. Oh, Waterworld. You John Cox, do you know Waterworld actually made money box office wise? It was most expensive movie ever at the time, but it still made money. So anyways, guys, I got to go. Love you guys. This was fun. I will be on again tomorrow. All right. Thank you. I'll be on again tomorrow. We won't go on a deep dive like this again, but yeah, Beverly Hills Cop is going to Netflix. So, but anyways, I'll be back tomorrow. Patreon people, I got my class tomorrow, so you guys can jump back on that. And if you want to join for extra content on the weekends, it's $3. That's it. Otherwise, please like, share, subscribe on your way out. I appreciate you guys. And who made money on options? Kitty? Yeah, he made a lot of money on options. I didn't say Kitty didn't make money. I said Chewy's down. That's all I said. Oh, man, people who don't watch me all of a sudden think they know everything about my opinions. But yes, I'll end on a prayer as I always do. So God bless you guys. If that's not your thing, please like, share, subscribe on the way out. And because it's hot as blazes in here, I think my AC is not working in this room. So why am I sweating? It's not because I'm worried about AMC. I'll tell you that. So, all right, guys. Heavenly Father, thank you for today. Bless everybody here, God. Bless all these people. I pray even the people in AMC may find a way to make money. And God, I really do, though, pray everybody in retail, guys, can beat the crooks, whatever that means, whatever that looks like. As we all deserve it. Stock market's so corrupt. So we pray for justice in the markets, justice in our politics, in our country. And just so you turn everything around. Give us all wisdom, Lord, as we make decisions with our money. And yeah, just thank you for all you do, God. We love you, and bless everybody here again. In Jesus' name, amen. All right. Bless you guys. Love you. Have a great night. See you all tomorrow. Bye.